When we talk about strength, many people immediately picture physical power, muscles, endurance, or some outward display of toughness. But true strength is far more profound than that. Real strength lives within the mind, rooted deeply in our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. Strength is a mindset, a way of thinking that refuses to accept defeat, no matter the obstacles faced. It begins with a simple yet powerful decision: to not be defeated by challenges. This decision is the foundation of all true strength. It is not something you are born with, nor is it always visible to others. Instead, it is something you consciously choose every day, in every moment of difficulty. It is the mental attitude that says, "I will rise, I will keep going, I will find a way." This mindset separates those who falter and give up from those who push forward and conquer. Challenges in life come in many forms: loss, failure, rejection, disappointment, or even moments when everything seems to crumble around you. It is easy to feel overwhelmed, to become paralyzed by fear or frustration. But the people who become strong, who overcome adversity, are those who choose to face their trials with a different mindset. They refuse to be defined by their setbacks. Instead, they define themselves by their response to those setbacks. Strength as a mindset means understanding that challenges are not the end of the road. They are part of the journey. It means seeing obstacles not as walls, but as stepping stones to growth and learning. When you embrace this mindset, you no longer see failure as a permanent state, but as temporary and useful feedback. Failure becomes a teacher rather than a tormentor. It allows you to adjust your course, to become wiser, and to build resilience. This mental strength is cultivated through the stories you tell yourself every day. Your inner dialogue, that constant stream of thoughts inside your head, either lifts you up or tears you down. When you decide that you will not be defeated, your inner voice changes. It no longer whispers doubt or fear. It shouts encouragement and hope. You learn to tell yourself that setbacks do not define your worth or potential. Instead, you see each challenge as a test of your determination, a chance to prove your courage to yourself. Developing this mindset, it is not about ignoring pain or difficulty. It is about acknowledging those feelings without letting them control you. You can feel hurt, frustrated, or tired, but you do not let those emotions dictate your actions. Instead, you acknowledge them, accept the reality of the situation, and then choose to move forward anyway. That choice, that refusal to be defeated, is the essence of mental strength. History is full of examples of individuals who embodied this mindset. People who faced tremendous hardship but refused to surrender to despair. They didn't have magic shields or guaranteed success. What they had was a decision, a commitment deep inside, that no matter how fierce the storm, they would not be broken. That decision is a seed of strength planted in the fertile ground of the mind, growing with every challenge faced and every obstacle overcome. To adopt this mindset in your own life, start by becoming aware of your thought patterns. Notice when you begin to doubt yourself or when fear starts to creep in. These moments are opportunities to choose strength instead. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations of your ability to endure and grow. Remind yourself that challenges do not have the power to defeat you unless you give that power away. You are the one in control of how you respond. This mindset also calls for patience and persistence. Strength is not always instantaneous. It grows over time, shaped by repeated decisions to keep going, even when the path is hard. Each small victory over doubt or fear strengthens your mental muscles. Just like physical muscles grow stronger with use, your mindset becomes more resilient each time you refuse defeat and press on. It is also important to recognize that strength as a mind. It is not about pretending everything is perfect or forcing positivity when you feel broken. It's about honesty, being real with yourself about the difficulties, while simultaneously choosing hope and action. This balance is what allows true strength to emerge. You acknowledge pain without surrendering to it. You recognize obstacles, but do not let them imprison your spirit. When you build this mindset, challenges lose their power to paralyze you. You start to see yourself not as a victim of circumstance, but as a warrior in the arena of life. Each challenge becomes a test of your inner strength rather than a reason to quit. This mindset transforms suffering into purpose and weakness into power. Furthermore, this mental strength frees you from the need for external validation. When you are grounded in the decision to not be defeated, you no longer rely solely on others to tell you are strong. Your strength is born from within, nurtured by your own commitment and courage. This internal foundation is unshakable because it is not dependent on situations or opinions. It is yours, forged in the crucible of choice. In practical terms, adopting this mindset means shifting your focus from what you cannot control to what you can, your attitude, your effort, your decision. You may not be able to change the challenge you face, but you always have the power to change your response to it. This realization is liberating. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your life, empowering you to steer through storms with confidence and resolve. In addition, this mindset encourages learning and growth. Instead of fearing mistakes or setbacks, you begin to seek lessons in every experience. You ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I use this to become stronger? This perspective turns every difficulty into an opportunity for improvement and self-discovery. It is a mindset that never stops evolving and expanding. To strengthen your mindset even more, surround yourself with examples of strength, stories, people, teachings that inspire you to keep going. Let their journeys remind you that strength is always possible, that the decision to not be defeated is the first step to overcoming anything. When you feel weak, recall those examples and recommit yourself to your own inner strength. Ultimately, strength as a mindset is a daily practice. It requires vigilance, self-awareness, and a commitment to choose courage over fear, hope over despair. It's the invisible armor you wear when life's battles rage, the inner voice that keeps you moving forward when the path seems unclear. It is the foundation upon which all other forms of strength are built. Adversity is often seen as an enemy, something to be avoided or feared. Yet, in truth, adversity is one of the greatest teachers life can offer. It is through struggle and hardship that resilience is forged. It is in the heat of difficulty that character is refined, and personal power is discovered. Those who understand this truth know that adversity is not merely an obstacle, but an essential part of growth, a crucible through which strength and greatness are born. Resilience is more than just bouncing back from hardship. It is the capacity to endure, to adapt, and to emerge stronger than before. It is a quality that cannot be cultivated in comfort or ease, but only through challenge and trial. The tough moments in life test not only what we can withstand, but also how we respond. The way we navigate adversity shapes who we are and who we become. Struggles have a way of stripping life down to its bare essentials. When everything is going well, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters, to become complacent or distracted by trivial concerns. But when adversity strikes, it forces us to confront reality, to reevaluate our priorities, and to dig deep for the strength that lies dormant within us. It is in these moments that character is revealed and refined. Every challenge you face acts like a sculptor's chisel, slowly but surely shaping your spirit. Just as steel is tempered in fire to become stronger and more resilient, your character is strengthened by the trials you endure. Without hardship, your growth would be limited. Struggles stretch you beyond your comfort zone and compel you to develop new skills, new ways of thinking, and new levels of courage. Resilience is built on this foundation of experience. Each time you face difficulty and do not give up, your capacity to handle future challenges grows. Your mind and heart become trained to withstand pressure, to resist the temptation to quit, and to keep moving forward. This growing resilience becomes a form of power, an inner strength that no circumstance can easily shake. Adversity also reveals the depths of your determination. When things are easy, commitment is often shallow. But when you face hardship and still choose to persevere, you prove to yourself that your will is stronger than any external force. This realization is empowering. It reminds you that no matter what life throws at you, your spirit remains unbreakable. Moreover, struggles refine your empathy and compassion. When you experience pain and hardship yourself, you gain a deeper understanding of what others go through. This empathy broadens your perspective and strengthens your relationships. It teaches you kindness, patience, and the importance of support, qualities that enhance your character beyond mere endurance. The power that comes from adversity is not a flash of strength, but a steady, enduring force. It is confidence born not of luck or privilege, but of hard-won experience. This power allows you to face future challenges with calm assurance, because you know you have overcome difficulties before and can do so again. It gives you a sense of control over your life, even when circumstances seem chaotic. In addition, adversity challenges your mindset and forces you to confront limiting beliefs. Often, we carry thoughts that tell us we are weak, incapable, or not worthy of success. But when you survive struggles and come through stronger, those beliefs begin to crumble. You realize that you are more capable and resilient than you imagined. This shift in belief fuels further growth and transformation. The process of refining character through adversity also involves learning humility. Challenges remind you that no one is invincible or perfect. They teach you to accept help, to acknowledge your vulnerabilities, and to remain grounded despite successes or failures. This humility is a mark of true strength, allowing you to grow without arrogance and to connect authentically with others. Adversity also inspires creativity and innovation. When the usual paths are blocked, you are forced to find new solutions and think outside the box. This ability to adapt and innovate under pressure is a valuable skill that strengthens your power to succeed in all areas of life. It turns obstacles into opportunities and problems into possibilities. It is important to remember that resilience is not about suppressing emotions or pretending everything is fine. True resilience involves feeling pain, grief, or frustration fully, and then choosing to move forward anyway. It is about facing reality honestly, acknowledging your struggles, and still maintaining hope and determination. This balance of vulnerability and strength is what makes resilience authentic and sustainable. Every struggle you endure adds a layer to your personal story, a story of courage, endurance, and transformation. These experiences become the foundation of your wisdom and the source of inspiration for others. When you share your journey, you empower those around you to believe in their own ability to overcome adversity. Your resilience becomes a beacon of hope. As you build resilience through adversity, you also learn the importance of persistence. Success is rarely the result of one sudden breakthrough, but rather the product of continuous effort despite setbacks. Resilience teaches you to keep putting one foot in front of the other, to keep working toward your goals even when progress feels slow or invisible. This persistence is a form of power that moves mountains over time. Adversity also deepens your appreciation for the good moments in life. When you have experienced hardship, joy and peace become more precious and meaningful. This gratitude enhances your emotional strength and gives you a richer, more balanced perspective. It reminds you that life is a mixture of challenges and blessings, and both are necessary for a full experience. In the end, the struggles you face and the resilience you build through them become inseparable parts of your identity. They define you not as a victim, but as a victor, someone who has been tested by fire and emerged with greater power and purpose. This transformation is the ultimate gift of adversity, a gift that can never be taken away. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions a person can experience. It can paralyze the mind, freeze the body, and stop dreams in their tracks. When fear takes hold, it whispers lies of doubt, failure, and impossibility. It convinces us to turn back, to quit, or to settle for less than we deserve. But true strength is not the absence of fear. Rather, strength is the courage to act in spite of fear. It is the decision to move forward even when the path is uncertain, difficult, or frightening. Fear, by its nature, signals that something unknown or uncomfortable lies ahead. It is a natural survival mechanism designed to protect us from danger. But in modern life, fear often becomes a barrier to growth, creativity, and success. It convinces us to stay in our comfort zones, to avoid risks, and to cling to what feels safe. The moment we allow fear to control us, we surrender our power and halt our progress. Choosing action over fear means refusing to let fear dictate the terms of your life. It means acknowledging fear's presence, but not granting it the authority to stop you. Every time you decide to take a step forward despite fear, you grow stronger. This choice is the hallmark of resilience and determination, the mindset that transforms ordinary people into warriors. When you act in the face of fear, you begin to dismantle its hold over you. Fear thrives on uncertainty and avoidance, but courage grows in movement and confrontation. The more you take deliberate steps forward, the smaller fear becomes. It loses its power as you prove to yourself again and again that you can survive discomfort and uncertainty. This action can take many forms. It may be as simple as speaking up when your heart wants to remain silent, applying for a new job despite feeling unqualified, or pursuing a dream that others deem impossible. It is not about reckless bravery or ignoring risks. Instead, it is about intentional courage, the mindful decision to do what must be done, even when fear says otherwise. Strength means embracing discomfort as part of the process. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. When you face fear, you are stepping into unfamiliar territory, and that discomfort is a sign of progress. Each moment of discomfort you endure without turning back builds your confidence and expands your capacity for future challenges. It is important to understand that fear will never disappear entirely. Even the strongest, most successful people experience fear. What sets them apart is their commitment to act despite it. They have learned that fear is not a stop sign, but a signal to prepare and push forward. Their courage lies not in fearless living, but in persistent action. Taking action over fear also involves changing your mindset about failure. Fear often arises from the possibility of failing or making mistakes. But failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential. It is simply feedback, an opportunity to learn and improve. When you shift your perception of failure, fear loses much of its grip. You begin to see setbacks as temporary and manageable, not as permanent judgments. Another crucial aspect of acting over fear is self-trust. Fear can erode your belief in your own abilities and judgment. By consistently choosing to move forward, you reinforce trust in yourself. You prove that you are capable of handling challenges and adapting to uncertainty. This self-trust becomes a wellspring of strength that fuels further action. Sometimes, the hardest part of acting over fear is taking the first step. The anticipation of fear can be overwhelming, but once you begin moving, momentum builds. Action creates movement, and movement generates energy. This energy propels you forward, making the next steps easier and less intimidating. The key is to start, no matter how small the step may seem. In moments of intense fear or doubt, it can help to focus on purpose rather than feelings. When your why is strong, your fear becomes less significant. Purpose gives you a reason to endure discomfort and uncertainty. It shifts your attention from what might go wrong to what you stand to gain. This clarity of purpose is a powerful motivator that keeps you moving forward. Acting over fear also requires patience and persistence. You may face repeated fears and challenges, and progress might feel slow or uneven. Yet every act of courage adds up over time. Strength grows gradually, built on a foundation of consistent choices to face fear rather than flee from it. This persistence creates a pattern of success and resilience that becomes part of who you are. It's essential to recognize that acting despite fear does not mean doing everything alone. Seeking support, guidance, or encouragement is not a sign of weakness, but a strategic way to bolster courage. Sharing your fears with trusted people can lighten the burden and provide perspective. Support networks help remind you of your strength when fear clouds your vision. The practice of acting over fear can transform your entire life. It opens doors to opportunities that would otherwise remain closed. It expands your horizons and increases your confidence in handling uncertainty. It builds character by teaching you to rely on your inner resources and not just external circumstances. Fear is an inevitable companion on the journey of growth, but it does not have to be your master. Strength is the refusal to let fear stop you from pursuing your dreams and living fully. Every step you take in spite of fear is a declaration of your courage and your commitment to yourself. As you continue to choose action over fear, you rewrite your story. You move from a narrative of limitation and doubt to one of possibility and achievement. This shift not only changes your life, but inspires those around you to confront their own fears with courage. Remember, strength is not about never feeling afraid. It is about moving forward in the face of fear, difficulty, and uncertainty. This is the essence of true power, the power to act when it would be easier to give up, the power to keep going when the road is rough, and the power to trust yourself to overcome whatever comes your way. No person is an island. From the moment we come into this world, we are connected to others in ways both visible and invisible. Our strength is not only a product of our own efforts, but is often nurtured and multiplied through the support of those around us. Community and encouragement are vital forces that empower strength, build resilience, and sustain us through life's most challenging moments. It is a common misconception that strength means going it alone, standing tall without help, and conquering challenges in isolation. In reality, some of the strongest people are those who recognize the importance of support and actively seek it out. They understand that reaching out for help, encouragement, or simply sharing their burdens is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. True strength is often found in connection. Community provides a foundation upon which strength can grow. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you to push beyond your limits, and who offer guidance and understanding, your capacity to face difficulties expands. Their support acts as a buffer against the pressures of life, allowing you to withstand setbacks and maintain your courage. Encouragement is one of the most powerful gifts we can receive. A word of affirmation, a listening ear, or a gesture of kindness can reignite hope when it flickers low. When you face moments of doubt, having someone remind you of your worth and potential can be a game changer. Encouragement fuels motivation and replenishes the spirit, giving you the energy to keep moving forward. Support systems come in many forms. They might be family members who offer unconditional love, friends who provide honest advice, mentors who share wisdom, or colleagues who collaborate and inspire. Each role is unique, but all contribute to the collective strength you can draw upon. Together, these relationships form a network that sustains you through life's ups and downs. Moreover, being part of a supportive community creates a sense of belonging. When you know you are not alone in your struggles, that others have faced similar challenges and succeeded, it can bolster your confidence. This sense of belonging removes the isolation that fear and hardship often bring, replacing it with connection and hope. There is also a reciprocal power in support systems. While receiving encouragement strengthens you, offering support to others reinforces your own resilience. Helping someone else through their difficulties reminds you of your strength and capacity to overcome. It creates bonds of trust and mutual empowerment that uplift everyone involved. In addition, support systems provide accountability. When you commit your goals and struggles to others, you create a circle of accountability that encourages perseverance. Knowing that others are rooting for you and watching your progress can inspire you to stay focused and committed, even when the road gets tough. Community and encouragement also offer perspective. Sometimes when you are caught in the middle of a challenge, your vision narrows and you feel overwhelmed. Supportive people can provide fresh insights, help you see solutions you might have missed, and remind you of your strengths and past victories. This broader perspective can transform obstacles into manageable challenges. It is important to cultivate these relationships proactively. Strength grows best in an environment of trust, respect, and mutual support. Invest time and effort in nurturing connections with people who uplift you and share your values. Be willing to be vulnerable and authentic, allowing others to see your true self. This openness invites genuine support and deepens the bonds that empower strength. While external encouragement is invaluable, support systems also help you develop internal strength. They teach you how to ask for help when needed and how to accept kindness without shame. This humility and openness are essential components of emotional resilience. They break down barriers of pride and isolation that can limit growth. Furthermore, encouragement within a community can inspire you to aim higher and dream bigger. When surrounded by people who believe in your potential, you are more likely to take risks, try new things, and pursue goals that once seemed out of reach. This positive environment becomes a catalyst for transformation and achievement. In times of crisis, support systems are often the lifeline that prevents despair. Whether it is a difficult health challenge, a professional setback, or personal loss, knowing that others stand with you can provide the strength to endure. This collective resilience is greater than the sum of its parts, empowering individuals to withstand storms that might otherwise overwhelm them. The power of encouragement extends beyond words. Acts of kindness, practical help, and shared experiences all contribute to a nurturing environment. Simple gestures like checking in on someone, offering a helping hand, or celebrating small victories can make a profound difference. These expressions of care build emotional reserves that sustain strength over the long haul. Importantly, support systems foster hope. Hope is a vital ingredient of strength because it fuels belief in a better future. When you are supported, hope becomes more tangible. It reminds you that your current situation is temporary and that you have the resources, both internal and external, to navigate through challenges toward brighter days. In addition, community and encouragement encourage self-compassion. When you are surrounded by people who treat you with kindness and understanding, you learn to extend the same compassion to yourself. This self-compassion is crucial when facing setbacks, allowing you to recover without harsh self-criticism. judgment, and to maintain motivation for continued effort. It is also worth recognizing that building a strong support system takes intention and courage. It involves stepping out of isolation, overcoming fear of rejection, and being willing to share your struggles. But the rewards of this vulnerability are immense. You create a network of strength that sustains you, empowers you, and amplifies your own ability to thrive. Ultimately, support systems and encouragement remind us that strength is not a solitary journey. It is a shared experience, a dynamic interplay between individuals who lift each other up. This collective strength creates a foundation for personal growth, resilience, and the courage to face whatever challenges life may bring. The way you think about yourself, your circumstances, and the world around you is one of the most powerful forces in determining your strength and success. Mindset is everything. It shapes your reality, influences your decisions, and fuels the inner strength needed to overcome obstacles. Your beliefs about what is possible create a lens through which you view every challenge, opportunity, and setback. When your mindset is strong, positive, and growth-oriented, it becomes the engine that drives you forward, even in the hardest situations. Belief is not just a fleeting feeling or wishful thinking. It is a deeply rooted conviction about your own potential and the nature of life itself. When you truly believe that you can grow, learn, and adapt, you unlock a reservoir of strength that propels you toward your goals. On the other hand, limiting beliefs, those thoughts that tell you I can't, I'm not enough, or it's impossible, act like shackles that keep you trapped in fear and stagnation. Your mindset acts as a filter for all information you receive. If you believe the world is a place of scarcity, danger, and failure, you will notice only evidence that supports those fears. Conversely, if you believe in abundance, possibility, and resilience, your mind will focus on opportunities, solutions, and strength. This selective attention profoundly influences your feelings, motivation, and actions. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy where your beliefs shape your reality. A growth mindset is the cornerstone of strength. This mindset embraces challenges as opportunities to learn rather than threats to avoid. It views failure not as defeat, but as valuable feedback that informs the next step. When you adopt a growth mindset, you become more willing to take risks, to persist through difficulties, and to cultivate the skills necessary for success. This attitude transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Belief also fuels strength by enhancing your emotional resilience. When you hold a positive, empowered mindset, you are better equipped to handle stress, disappointment, and adversity. Your thoughts influence your emotions, and emotions impact your energy and focus. A strong mindset keeps you centered and hopeful, even when circumstances are tough, allowing you to maintain the clarity and determination needed to navigate challenges. Your internal dialogue, the constant stream of thoughts running through your mind, plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. When this dialogue is supportive, encouraging, and focused on possibilities, it builds confidence and strength. But when it is filled with negativity, doubt, or self-criticism, it undermines your courage and willpower. Learning to recognize and shift negative self-talk is a key skill in developing a powerful mindset. Belief shapes reality not only at the individual level, but also in how you engage with the world around you. A confident and positive mindset influences how you communicate, the relationships you build, and the opportunities you create. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate strength and optimism. Your mindset affects your body language, tone, and actions, all of which impact how others respond to you. This creates a positive cycle that reinforces your power and effectiveness. Visualization and affirmations are practical tools to strengthen mindset and belief. By vividly imagining yourself succeeding, overcoming challenges, and living your desired life, you train your brain to accept these outcomes as possible. Affirmations, positive statements repeated regularly, help reprogram limiting beliefs and reinforce your confidence. These practices are not mere wishful thinking, but intentional acts that shape neural pathways and influence your subconscious mind. Mindset is also shaped by the stories you tell yourself about your past, present, and future. These narratives frame your identity and potential. When you focus on stories of resilience, growth, and achievement, you empower yourself to act consistently with those values. Conversely, if your story is dominated by victimhood or failure, it limits your capacity to move forward. Rewriting your personal story with an emphasis on strength and possibility is a transformative exercise. The power of belief becomes especially clear during times of crisis or uncertainty. When external circumstances are beyond your control, your mindset is the one thing you can choose. It determines whether you succumb to despair or rise with determination. A strong mindset acts like an anchor, keeping you grounded in your purpose and values even as the world shifts around you. It's important to recognize that developing a powerful mindset is a continuous process, not a one-time achievement. Life will challenge your beliefs repeatedly, testing your commitment to growth and strength. Each challenge is an opportunity to deepen your awareness, refine your mindset, and reinforce your belief in yourself. This ongoing work is what transforms temporary motivation into lasting strength. Furthermore, mindset influences your ability to set and pursue meaningful goals. When you believe in your capacity to improve and succeed, you are more likely to set ambitious goals and take consistent action toward them. This belief energizes your efforts and helps you overcome obstacles along the way. It turns dreams into plans and plans into reality. Your environment also plays a role in shaping and supporting your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, people who challenge, inspire, and support you, reinforces your beliefs about possibility and strength. Conversely, toxic environments that breed negativity and doubt can erode your mindset. Choosing your environment carefully is a vital part of nurturing a powerful mental attitude. Self-awareness is another critical element in mastering mindset. By observing your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment, you gain insight into patterns that either support or hinder your strength. This awareness creates the space for conscious choice, allowing you to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Mindset mastery is as much about what you release as what you embrace. In addition, mindset shapes your response to success. A healthy mindset celebrates achievements without complacency or arrogance. It sees success as evidence of capability and a stepping stone for further growth rather than a final destination. This humility combined with confidence creates a balanced strength that is sustainable and attractive. The role of mindset in fueling strength extends to how you handle relationships and challenges within them. Believing in your worth and your ability to communicate effectively empowers you to set boundaries, resolve conflicts, and build deeper connections. Your belief in positive outcomes fosters patience and compassion, which are integral to enduring and thriving partnerships. Finally, mindset influences your sense of purpose and meaning. When your beliefs align with your core values and aspirations, you experience a sense of direction and motivation that transcends difficulties. This alignment creates an inner strength rooted in authenticity and passion, which sustains you through the inevitable ups and downs of life. In every moment of challenge and uncertainty, the true measure of strength lies not in avoiding difficulty, but in how we respond to it. Strength is cultivated through an unshakable belief in ourselves and our potential, through the courage to act despite fear, and through the resilience to keep moving forward when the road is rough. It is nurtured by the communities we build around us, by the encouragement we give and receive, and by the mindset we choose to carry every day. Remember, no matter the situation, your strength is not fixed. It is forged in the fire of adversity and fueled by your willingness to rise, adapt, and persevere. When you commit to growing your mindset, embracing action over fear, and surrounding yourself with support, you unlock a wellspring of power that can carry you through any storm. Strength is not about never falling. It is about rising every time you do, stronger and more determined than before. Your journey toward becoming strong in any situation begins with a single choice: to believe, to act, and to never give up.